Welcome to Center Stage with ICS Theatre with yours truly, bringing to you today the most important episode of this series. This episode is extra special because we will be witnessing the story of the birth of ICS Theatre. Today, we will be meeting with the founders of ICS Theatre. These two path-breaking women were the ones who planted this tiny seed of community theatre, and before they knew it, it had taken a life of its own, and the rest is history. I wondered if they ever imagined that something that they had conceptualized over a casual comment would ever become a serious, formal organization to be reckoned with. Let's find out on the other side. Let's extend a warm welcome to Barkha Kishnani and Nandita Tarkhat. Hi, ladies.
Hi,
Good
Anita.
morning.
How are you today?
Awesome.
Great.
Great. I have to tell you, I am actually very excited to talk to you guys today because just like our audience, I'm also very keen to hear the story about the inception of ICS Theatre. So let's start right away. Let's get into it and let's start at the very beginning, a time a little bit before ICS Theatre and what was happening and how this whole thing came about.
Well, I was into theater with other groups and all, and then one day Nandita and I just got chatting, and Nandita, I'll leave it to you to take the story
Well,
forward.
sure. So what happened was that at every birthday and anniversary and every other occasion, we put up a skit or, a little, sometimes it was drama. And we put it up, and the one day I turned on to Barkha and I said, why don't we just call this ICS Nautanki or East Brunswick Nautanki? Because we were going around from party to party putting up little skits. And it was the same troupe going round and round. And of course, Barkha being the star of the show, the director, the choreographer, every dance, it was Barkha, you need to put up a dance. Every birthday, it was Barkha, you need to come up with a skit. And we'd all fall into place like, the little duckling behind the mother duck. And that's how it really started. It started off with a stray comment saying, this should be EB Nautanki. And of course, Barkha being Barkha, she said, Kyun nahi? And that's how ICST was born. And literally from that, I think they've taken it to such wonderful heights, and to know that, they're now celebrating the 10th anniversary is just phenomenal. And that it's expanded from the four ducklings going behind Barkha to this really professional um, theater and days of theater where they're involving other theater groups and everything. A theater fest. My hats off to you guys, because you all have really taken it to a different level. And congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a fun ride, and you've been part of it, Anita. And it's been interesting. 10 years. Didn't know, we'd last one, and here we are at 10. It's wonderful. And we had done one play earlier on for ICS when, we had a dinners after the annual show, after dinner program. We had done one play by theatrics, and Puneet Seth was the president at that time, and he encouraged it and really went all out with it. The play was Matyat Dilla. It was a very good play, and it was a success. So after I think 3 or 4 years after that is when we decided we'd do this. and it has taken off like a house on fire. And I must say that, the founders, the trustees, and the past presidents have been very much part and parcel of this. You've had a chat with the founders of ICS and the trustees of ICS. But in our time during our journey, we had Puneet Seth as a past president and Akshata Dhodapkar and Virajadul. They've all been a very big part of ICS Theatre's journey. And I hope to see this go on for the next 10
And more.
and
Of
more.
course, fingers crossed. And yeah, it surely will, under leadership like you guys, and many more to come, all the new leadership that's coming in and everything. It's going to go to new places. So let's go back a little bit to the beginning. Once this stray comment took off, what was the first thing you set out to do, and how did you go about, corralling this whole bunch into making into a little more organized sort of an effort?
Yeah, I had just finished a play with Dr. Farley Richmond, and I asked him if he would be willing to direct a play for, complete newcomers. And he said yes. So we set about, looking for a script. And we were all involved in that. And this was something very new for all of us. And we read a few scripts. Finally, we narrowed it down to Tartuffe, which we are doing again for our 10th anniversary. And Dr. Farley is directing it again. And so we sent out an audition call. I was convinced that all these people that she mentioned were going from party to party doing skits would show up. Not one of them showed up, but we had a whole bunch of new people that
Okay.
came and auditioned. And I was like, what happened? Where are the people that we thought would be interested? But I guess, they're the point in life that they were at, it was too much time to commit. And we had a whole new set of people who were enthusiastic about theater, had not done theater since school or college, who
Hmm.
showed up for auditions, and it was just wonderful. And that's how we started. We did Tartuffe, and the following year we did It's About Time. And so Dr. Farley has been, with us from the inception. Without him, we probably wouldn't have really done much. And then Mahesh Dattani joined our group, and he's with us, till today. And under the guidance of both these directors, we've learned a lot, you know.
Absolutely.
So, and you worked with both of them too. So it has been a learning experience, a fantastic experience with both of them. The
Yeah.
plays that they churn out year after year.
Yeah, it's
I
it's
think
really great for the local community here. It's like every time they come over, it's like a crash course in acting
Yeah.
for all of us, and it's wonderful. It's great, that everybody gets to really explore their creative side with this, and it's absolutely been so. It's been a pleasure, I'm sure, for everyone. When did you first realize, or around that time, when that you had created actually something much bigger than you expected? Like, did you ever think that there was such a big thirst for a creative exploration with community theater around you, just in the local community? And like, what did you do at that point? Like, when did you realize that, oh, this is something really big?
Something that has come to stay. Well, seriously, after the first year, we didn't know how it would go. But the second year, we put out another audition call, and all these people showed up again and more. So then we said, okay, let's go with it. And then the following year, they got very involved with theater and started suggesting plays. And actually, Debjani Banerjee, our current ICS president, was the one who introduced us to Mahesh Dattani. She really tracked him down, kind of, and we met with him, Akshata Dhodapkar and I. She was the president at that time. We went for a casual lunch with him to see whether, we could go anywhere with this. And look where we are. So it just every year, audition call went out and people showed up. So we said, okay, let's keep going.
Looking back at all those years since when you first started, is there anything you feel like you would do differently? Any you would say lessons learned, or would you do it all over again the same way?
We just do it all over again the same way. It has been a fun ride. So why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Nandita, would you like to add something to that?
Yeah, it's been a great ride being the audience. Um, I love it. I think that choice of plays has been across the spectrum, which I think is wonderful. Um, I mean, starting off with Tartuffe, which is like a cream puff, you know, absolutely a delightful play. And then they've gone just from, peak to peak of success, and each play has been absolutely better. And uh, I just don't know. It's just fantastic watching and being introduced to so much theater. Theater was a part of my life way back when, but I personally enjoy just being a part of it as a warrior, if you wish. Um, and the fun of it, I know that sometimes Barkal say, "You got to come and just sit in on the rehearsals. They're so much fun." And I went, and then, I see the group coming together. You all have your inside jokes and your food, and, it's like a party. And then there's like, sort of almost like an unseen bird call, sort of, and you'll all fall into your professional roles. And then until the end of that, there's like no, um, sort of, there's no horsing around or minimally horsing around until it's all done. So that is really nice to see, I think. And the very fact that it's been a different group every couple of years, it's almost like, you're spreading the theater culture, because then you take it to maybe another community and you bring that in. And it's also wonderful. ICS per se has always, the C stands for culture. So I think taking it from stage for kids and then being on an extension where the adults are being involved, I think is really wonderful. So I thank ICST Theatre Group for that. And I think you all have done a marvelous job.
And
Thank you.
really, we thank both of you for planting this seed and for this wonderful creation that so many local amateur artists can take advantage of, and really explore their creative side. And it's absolutely wonderful talking to you guys today. Thank
Wait,
you for sharing
I'm
your
going to,
story.
I'm going to interrupt you for a single second. I'm
Please
sorry.
go ahead. Please go ahead.
I have to give a shout out to Barkha, okay? Because this theater group would not have lasted so long without her passion, her dedication, and her single pointed focus and determination to make it work. And she's given up so much. Anyone else, or maybe anyone else might have said, there's a party, there's a something, I think I can't have this rehearsal. No, Barkha will say no. She has, she just dedicates herself to theater. And theater needs that passion. We need people with passion in our lives to show us
Absolutely.
direction. And Barkha gives us that. And is give she never takes that kind of acknowledgement. She is very forthcoming in passing on that uh, acknowledgement to others. But I have to take this time to say, Barkha, thank you.
Thank you,
It
all of
would not
you.
have been possible without you. And, whatever the future brings, I wish it all the best.
Thank you.
And hopefully the foundations that BK has laid forever. And Barkha, you know, we need you. You bring life and passion and color and laughter and everything into our
Everything.
lives.
And good food.
Thank you
Good
for
food.
that.
We can't miss
And the
that.
food. Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Anaita,
Thank you
for
so
this
much.
interview. Thank you,
both of
Nandita.
you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.